Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is video 3 of my triple upload series, and we're going to, in this video, go into a brief explanation and introduction into the Tween service. So let's get started. Now if you don't know what the Tween service is, it's essentially the way of how to animate things in Roblox Studio, whether that be, let's show you here, like the lighting. You want to animate the lighting, what time it is. You want to move. Let's put that back. You want to move parts really smoothly to one point to the other, things like that. Um, it's not strictly set to like parts. You can actually change multiple things here. So if I pull this out, you can change all these values. So if you want to change a vector 3, that could easily be a part dot position value, which is a vector 3. You want to change a part C frame. If you want to even change a number on, for example, there's a number on the GUI, and you want to smoothly move it up to, like, let's say from 1 to 10 without just having to do +1 +1 +1 +1 wait 1, all sorts of that. Yeah. So for this first example, in this video, I'm going to move this part, which is a simple thing I set up here, this part A to part B. So first, we're gonna add a script into this. First, we need to the first thing we need to do is we gotta fetch the Tween service. So we could do local Tween service. If I spelled that right, equals game get service Tween service. And we got Tween service now. What we're gonna do is, before we can actually create a tween, so we do like tween service.create, we're going to need these parameters right here. We need an instance, which is the object, whether it be like our lighting or our part, with the value we want to change. We need the tween info. So if you've seen the previous video for how to animate your GUIs, if you didn't, don't worry about it. It's going to have the information on how long we want this tween to last, how we want it to, the style and the direction. If you don't understand this, don't worry, I'll explain it. And we also need the property, a table with properties. So it's gonna, let's say, what C frame we want it to, or what clock time we want it to, that sort of thing. So what we're going to do here is before that, we need a local tween info. It's just going to be a new tween info.new, and first parameter is time. How much time do we want this tween to take? For this example, I want it to last 4 seconds, so I want the movement part A to part P to last 4 seconds. Our easing style. So easing style is actually like the GUIs. It's kind of like this thing right here. It's gonna move some sort of like this. It's hard to explain in actual parts because it kind of looks weird. But yeah, this is how it's going to style. That doesn't make sense, and you're more into graphs. This is how the movements would look like. So we'd go like start off really slow, and then we'd speed up really quickly, or bounce around like back and forth real quickly, that sort of thing. We're just gonna do enum.easingstyle we're gonna do quint. So start off really slow, end up really fast. Easing direction, you can just do easing direction dot out. I'm just gonna do dot out since we're moving one way. And these other ones, if you want it to repeat, if you want it to reverse after it's finished, and how much time you want to tween to delay. I'm actually just going to not bug around with this yet. Next, we're going to need properties, which is going to be an empty table. And in this table, we're just going to put whatever the parameter we want to change. You can put clock time if you're messing with time. For this one, we're just going to put C frame. It's not showing here, but we're just going to put C frame equals to workspace.part B for this example dot C frame. What it's going to do is it's going to change this part C frame to the equal to this part C frame. Now, if you don't know, C frame is also like C frame is pretty much the entire thing of the part. So it's like rotation, the direction it's facing, all of that. So what it's going to do is it's going to move this part to there while also making it rotate. Now that once we have those, we can finally create our tween. Now we're going to have to create a variable here, and it's going to be called local tween equals to tween service dot create colon create. Now you might be wondering why. Unlike the GUIs, so if you know how to tween GUIs, it automatically plays, but in actual tween service, it doesn't. You need this tween object to actually, how to explain this, like to actually play with it. Best way to describe this is it's actually like a sound right here. That's let me pull up script.sound, script.sound. It has all these functions here, like a tween object. So if you can play, we can do that. Not the best example, but a tween object has its own functions, like the play one. So we need that to play. I've actually pulled it up right here. As you can see, we got the to cancel it. So we want to cancel it. It's like the stop. We want to pause the tween, and we want to play. The rest of these here are just basic functions that are included with every instance, but these are the three things here. So once we've done that, we need to pass our three parameters that we did earlier. So we need our instance, so which is our workspace.part A. Notice how I didn't put this .c frame, because all we need to pass in that is actually just the object we want to change. So it can be lighting, part A. Then we need to pass our tween info, which we've already made, capital lowercase, tween info, and we need to do our properties, which we already made here too. Now if I run, as you can see, when we start, oh snap, as you can see, it didn't do anything. That's because I forgot to do tween play. And once we've done that, now, as you can see, when it starts, oh, it teleported. Alright, quick bug fix. My game wasn't properly loaded, and so it just looked like it teleported in front of everyone's eyes here. But I'm gonna add a quick wait so it doesn't actually execute the second I press run. As you can see, it slowly tweens it to part B, and then just get teleported up because of collisions. Now, if we actually anchor this, it's gonna work the same way. And there we go. It's just still teleporting. But yeah, that's tweening an object. We can actually tween more than that. Where did that sound? I'll actually go into script. Let me just quickly modify this. I can show you how it can actually go with other things as well. So if I actually want to change, I'm going to change the lighting now. So we want to change the lighting. Game.lighting. So we're just going to get game.lighting. And we're actually going to change this here to, let's say I want to change it for clock time, properly spell it, clock time equals 24. We're going to set our lighting currently to 0, and instead of 4 seconds, let's expand this to a time of 10 seconds. It's really dark right now, but as you can see when we click run, 1, 2, 3, and it changes our clock, 24 back to pitch black. Yes, that was really quick, but let's say we want to change an hour every second. This is a great way to explain tween service as well. As you can see, it doesn't add values, it does it really smoothly. And there we go. It's gonna will stop when it reaches 24. And as you can see, when we go in our lighting, it is 24. And yeah, you can do this with so many other things. Let's say we want to change our part color to this color right here. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Uh, actually, color. Let's say we want to change it to that. I'm unsure of what type the color is. I think it's color 3 dot new. Just pass these values right here. Nice. We can just go back to uh, actually I can just do script.parent. It's gonna take over 24 seconds, but yeah, it scrolls through every single color because I didn't do it really well until it reaches. Actually, let's change this back to 12 here. Goes through all those color values. If we click part A here, it keeps changing them until we reach our new yellow. Oh, it's gonna move really slowly. Yeah, bad example. Let's do 5 here. Let's remove all of this. And if I did this properly, it's gonna change its color over 5 seconds till it reaches this maroon color, which is really odd since I didn't set it. But yeah, this is just to show that it doesn't just limited to parts. You can change anything with the values I showed you earlier. And yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did and you liked it, feel free to leave a like. It does help with the algorithm, and so that more people can find it. But that's all for today. And I hope if you watched all 3 videos, you enjoyed the triple upload. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.